Hello everybody, this is Wheezy, and welcome to my first episode of Medal of Honor Warfighter Tips and Tricks. In this episode, we're going to focus on the core team play aspect of Medal of Honor Warfighter, and that is the Fireteam system. And what the Fireteam system is, for those of you who are only passingly familiar with it, it is basically a two-man fire team. It's a group of two players that get either paired up if you're playing by yourself randomly, or you can pick a friend to play in a fire team with you. And what these clips are going to show you is how effective a fire team can be when they stick together. And I don't mean just staying near each other, but working hand in hand. And these clips will show you especially how that close coordination can make a coordinated fire team very effective. And the key aspect of what makes the fire team so strong is the ability to resupply and heal your fire team buddy. So you'll see it coming up, but and you saw it in that last clip. When you get near your fire team buddy, if he's used any of his ammunition or if he's wounded at all, it will give you the option to press and hold a button. On the Xbox, it happens to be X. PlayStation, it'll be square, and then whatever it ends up being on PC. And that will both top off his ammo, not including explosives. It will not top off his explosives, but it will top off the ammunition for his primary weapon, and it will heal him if he's damaged. So you'll see these situations, like here, when you're working closely with your fire team buddy, so you're within reach of each other. If one of you gets wounded, then you can heal each other. And that makes you much tougher to take out, because whenever an enemy comes around the corner, there's two of you shooting at him. And if either of you get wounded, you can heal. And another interesting aspect about the way the fire team heal system works is whether you're wounded or your buddy's wounded, whether you're low on ammunition or your buddy's low on ammunition, it will let you initiate the heal and resupply, and it will do it for both of you. So that's an important aspect. If your buddy is wounded and you're low on ammo and you go to him and hit the heal button, it will, it will fill up both of your health and refill both of your ammo. So it's this awesome two-way street that doesn't require the person who wants the healing or the ammo to be the one doing the healing or the one being healed. No matter who initiates the heal, both people will be affected. So it's a very powerful tool to keep you alive. And in addition to seeing just how effective and survivable we are in these clips, notice the important part of the buddy system where you keep an eye on our health, and you'll see how in the middle of a firefight, even if you're still being shot, how you can you'll be healed by your buddy. And it heals extremely fast. You're talking a couple of seconds to max out your health. And it may sound like this system could put imbalance into the game, but in my experience, it doesn't, because it encourages teamwork, and it doesn't make your fire team by any means invincible. I mean, as you've seen in the clips I've posted so far, I mean, at the end of the day, one or both of you will die. I mean, you can heal each other, but someone who comes in and gets a good few shots on you really fast is going to take you down. But where the buddy system really shines is when you're engaging one or two enemies and you take them both out and you've both taken some damage, and you can heal each other extremely quickly so that when the next person comes around the corner, you will be at full fighting strength. And in a lot of other first-person shooters, I know this has happened to me a ton, and it happens to everybody, you'll get in a firefight, right, and you'll win, and then the next guy comes around the corner and kills you, and you feel like you probably would have been able to win that firefight too if you hadn't already been wounded. And this gives you the opportunity through teamwork and communication to put yourself in a situation to win that next firefight and not make it just someone mopping you up because you happen to be low on health. So overall, I just think the system's really good. It's got a nice balance to it because you're not running in a large squad. You don't have 3 people to choose from to heal. You have one buddy to heal with, and if you're not close to him, then you just have to wait it out. And that, again, like I said, that encourages this really close teamwork, which makes it makes you feel like your buddy is more important and it encourages that teamwork that is so lacking in games, even with randoms. So even if you get in a game with a random, it's hard to be motivated to play teamwork, even if to use a lot of teamwork, even in a game like Battlefield where you can drop ammo and health to each other. Anyone can drop ammo and health to anyone, so it doesn't really give you any sort of motivation to stick with your squad, keep them alive, get that spawn-in advantage. But Medal of Honor does that. Gives you one buddy, and you guys can help keep each other alive. This clip you'll see is somewhat lengthy, and it's me on the heavy gunner going into supported shooting. And as you'll see, when you're in supported shooting, you've got an infinite magazine. The only limitation you have is overheating the weapon by firing it too much. But you'll see as I'm getting shot here and attacked by the enemy, or I guess you'll get a jam every now and then, you got to clear it. But every now and then, when I'm getting shot, because I'm in this one position, laying down these enormous volumes of fire, and the enemy's coming to try and take me out, as I start to get wounded, my Fireteam Buddy is behind me, not only protecting my flanks from people coming around the side, but also healing me when I get shot from the front. So I go on this ridiculous string of this mounted machine gun fire, and I'm not just killing people, but also trying to put fire on where their team's coming from to keep them driven back. And it's just, there are so many of these moments in Medal of Honor that just shine as intense and amazing moments of just battle. And those are all amplified and made better and allow you to survive longer when you stick with your Fireteam Buddy. And with everything else going forward, support kill streaks, weapon unlocks, attachments, the core component to being successful in Medal of Honor is going to be this Fireteam system. And I love it. It's just, there's something inherently brilliant in it that's so subtle that a lot of people can kind of take for granted. And if you use it, and sometimes it's appropriate on the situation, but if you stay separate from your Fireteam Buddy and you only go to heal when you get damaged, you know, and you go and find him to heal, or when you're running low on ammo or you're out of ammo, you go and find your buddy to refill. And everybody does that, and there are some times when that's maybe even the best situation. But if you only use it that way, you're missing out on what is potentially an extremely effective fighting force for your team, where your fire team can be extremely effective. So make sure you always keep that in mind, because, again, it can make you much more effective. And situationally, where appropriate, of course, you want to split up, cover more ground. But there is just our disappointment when our streak finally ended. Someone finally got close to us. And this final clip I'm going to show you is how, when you're playing with a random, even if, how in this case, he's AFK, the Fireteam system can still be helpful. As I give him a little tomahawk, because I don't know why he's AFK. Even with randoms, even if they're not helping you out, the Fireteam system can still be useful if you use them as a mobile resupply station. So here, I got in a firefight, got wounded. My guy's still AFK, but look, I can still go and heal off of him, top off my ammo, and go about my business. So make sure when you're playing Medal of Honor Warfighter that you're taking advantage of the Fireteam system, you're using it effectively, and it will make you a force to reckon with on the battlefield. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Wheezy's Tips and Tricks, and I will see you guys again soon.